Good
Hi,
morning to you all. How are you
welcome
all?
to NextGen IT courses. So today we have a day one session regarding the Palo Alto Firewall, which is the market leader for network security. And
Mm-hmm.
we have our trainer also, Mr. Deep sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
All good, sir. Thank you. So let's start the session, sir. You can introduce yourself, your expertise that you have, and you can tell why they should choose the Palo Alto Firewall. What are the prerequisite and how
Is
they can.
anyone else joining in the meanwhile? Like there is only two guys
Yeah,
in the meeting.
more students are joining, but for the while you can, do the introduction of yours as well, and you can interact with the students, what the agenda they have, what is their expectation from this batch, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Just give me a moment.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So, guys, well, very good morning. I would really prefer, if we all had our mics open. By the way, also do tell me if you guys prefer me talking in English or Hindi or a bit of mix.
Uh,
Sachin, what should I
yeah,
use as language?
we will keep this session in English only, sir.
Perfect. That's great. All right. Guys, students, just one request. Please, have your mic open, everyone. All right. I would really prefer that. So, my name is Deep. As you can see, I have been working in network and security engineering for like 12 to 14 years now, across multiple companies, different environments on different scales. So, in all, I believe, I have done a lot of work, right? Um, I didn't start in training, by the way. I started in ground as a TAC engineer. Okay, so if for those who do not know what is a TAC engineer, as a TAC engineer, your job is simple to describe but hard to survive, and that is the best definition, I can give you for that. For example, the typical call you get at 1 a.m. is production is broken, fix it right now. So, in a way, I have worked on live enterprise networks. I have fixed outages at odd hours. I have handled real customer traffic, real pressure. So I believe, this is where you actually learn security, not from slides, but from failures, logs, root cause analysis. This type of experience you only get from working, right? So that's me. I have supported environments, which had different firewalls, like Cisco FTD was there, Ariba, Arista. I even worked on Checkpoint, Palo Alto, right? Couple of firewalls. I have worked with IPS, different IPS, different IDS by McAfee on different VPNs, cloud integrations, and I worked on, pretty large scale environment clusters, okay, for different companies like MNCs. I've also worked on Zscaler in the past. Um, so that's, basically all there is to me. I have done many certifications also. Um, just for the decoration, I believe, because at my stage, you don't really need certifications. You just get them as a coupon from companies you give training at, and you just do them whenever you're free. Apart from that, now let's begin, with our training, right? So I have already given my intro to you. I really want to understand my participants as well. So, I would really prefer it if you could, give me a brief intro about you so that I could know what is the collective technical, insight and the technical level of the participants so that I can tone my words accordingly.
Yes, guys. Anyone can explain about his profile so that we can understand that you are on the right platform. Anyone, please.
Vimal, Sachin, Vijay.
All right, sir. No issue, sir. We can start with the whatever we have agenda for this session.
I think Bimal was about to speak something.
Yeah, Vimal, if you want to speak, please continue.
Hello, yeah, my name is Bimal Chitri, and I've been actually working as a network engineer for last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm pretty new to a firewall. So we do have a firewall in our organization, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, I have a less knowledge about the firewall. So I'm here to actually know about the firewall and all the security, security features and everything, to get the net depth knowledge so that I can skill myself when I will be finishing these classes, and that will help me to grow in my career.
Mm-hmm. So, as a network engineer, what have you worked on? What technologies have you worked on, sir?
I've worked on Cisco, means routing switching, as well
Uh-huh.
as SD-WAN,
Okay. So,
and
Velu Cloud
and
SD-WAN or
yeah, cloud SD-WAN, as well as the yeah AWS, and yes, that's all. And Azure.
okay. So you have worked on all that. Got it. Anyone else wanna speak? Sachin, Vijay.
No worries. I think they are hesitating in the first session. No worries, sir. He's
No issues.
writing in the chat box that in 2 years into networking domain.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So now let's talk about firewalls. Or I can actually begin with saying Palo is very easy, but I don't really wanna say that because what I wanna do really is to give you the rationalization logic behind doing this course. Why Palo Alto? Why not something else? And to do that, let's understand with the very basic, like what exactly is a firewall, right? So firewall, I think, is a control point. It is not a device. It is not a software technology. It is actually, if we see, it is a control point. It sits actually between a trusted network and untrusted network. And it literally controls or decides what should pass through from an untrusted network to the trusted network and vice versa also. Right? What is allowed, what is blocked. Think of it like a security guard at a gate, right? It don't really check who you are. It don't just check that. It actually checks what you are carrying, where you're coming from, where you're going, right? So, when we think like that, now we can actually understand how firewalls actually work at different layers, right? Think of this analogy. When you go to a mall or go to, any building, the security guard, they will check everything. Who you are, they will look at you. They will check your body. Then they will check your bags. And, if you're visiting a office building, they will ask you, where you came from, what's your number, what's your name, where do you want to go to, right? What floor, what office, what number, correct? So similarly, firewall also works that way, like, in terms of layer 3, layer 4, layer 7. Right now, there are many firewalls, right? Like, for example, we have packet filtering firewall. Have you heard of this? Anyone here? What is a packet filtering firewall, for example? Sachin, can you, just request them all again to open your mic since new people have joined?
Yeah,
I really
anyone?
like interactive classes, man.
Yeah, definitely. So anyone who wants to introduce himself, like Chandrasekhar or Shankar, like what exactly the profile you have, if you are fine.
Sorry, you want me to know my professional background,
Yeah,
right?
I just want to know
Correct.
who you are, Chandra.
Okay. So I'm carrying totally 15 plus years of experience. I'm currently associate with HCL Technologies, and
What SOC are
I
you?
worked as a
L1,
service
L2,
manager.
L3? What level of SOC, sir?
Sorry,
What level of SOC? L1, L2, L3?
L2.
Actually, you're L2. And what technologies are you working on? Splunk?
Currently, I'm working with telecom, so
No, I mean, what
on internet.
science are you working on? Like Splunk, QRadar, Wazoo, Sentinel-1?
No. Currently, I'm not working on any cloud. Previous company I was working on cloud, but currently I'm working for telecom projects.
Okay, got it. Got it. And how well versed are you, with technologies here, like firewall, IDS, IPS?
Firewall I'm new, but I
Okay,
have knowledge on CCNA, like router switches, IP routing,
uh-huh.
and also I've
Okay.
done AWS certification.
For AWS, which one?
Yeah, that foundation.
Okay, okay, got it. Shankar, hello Shankar, how are you? Okay, you know what? I'm done. So let's talk about different type of firewalls. Like I said, we have packet filtering firewalls, circuit firewalls, virtual firewalls. Well, if we want to, really understand their difference, one can say that packet filtering firewalls are the oldest firewalls in the world because, they basically filter the packet. In a packet, they have source IP, destination IP, port, protocols. So they just look at that, and on the basis of, what's inside the packet, they decide whether it should go ahead or not. Very basic, but not smart at all. Then we have, stateful and stateless firewalls also. Stateful basically means something that remembers the state, something that has a state. State means a connection. It means where you are coming from, who you are exactly, carrying the context. Okay. So a stateful firewall basically remembers connections. It knows who initiated the session, what stage the connection is a package, actually belonging to an existing session or not. So that way, it basically is faster, is a bit smarter because it don't check every packet blindly. It just, checks the context. If it has already given you permission slip, like, your packets were already allowed, they will be allowed for a time period. So stateful firewalls is, where the things actually became serious. Then came our circuit level firewall. They actually work on layer number 5. That is the session layer. So circuit level firewall, we don't really see them much these days, right? Because they used to work on session establishment. These days we have proxy for a circuit firewall instead. And then we have, very specific type of firewalls as well, like WAF. A WAF is basically a web application firewall that understands the web authentication, the HTTP methods, URL, headers, cookies. And it basically is a firewall you will use when you are hosting something on port 80 or port 443. That means on HTTP or HTTPS. And that is it. It basically understands the back end and front end better so that it can protect against web-based attacks, right? A WAF is not same as a firewall because a firewall protects a network, right? It sits on the network boundary. A WAF just sits in front of the web server. And then we have a virtual firewall also, which is the hype these days. It runs in cloud, hypervisors, virtual networks. It means a virtual firewall is not a hardware, just software, right? We have it, very common in AWS, Azure, GCP, like FortiGate is easily available on AWS, GCP, and Azure, all three, right? Why? Because, they are selling it as a SaaS now, software as a service. So even in Palo Alto, we have PAVM, Palo Alto Virtual Machine. That is a virtual firewall, right? Um, and apart from that, now we have some other things also. Like we have a thing called IDS. Do anyone know here what is the meaning of IDS or IPS? It's a pretty old technology prior to the firewalls. Okay, no one has heard of it, I believe. So IDS stands for Intrusion Detection System, and IDS stands for Intrusion Prevention System. The keyword here is detection and prevention. Can anyone tell me the difference between detection and prevention here?
Guys,
Sachin,
please
I
make
won't be able
it.
to take the session like this, man. If the class is not interactive.
Yeah, guys, please, be interactive. Like if we are spending the time for the teaching and everything, Please, contribute
If
your
you guys cannot open your mics, why are you even here?
Mhm. Yeah, Sachin is writing in the chat box. No worries. So you
No,
can,
Sachin, I am
Yeah.
talking to you, the guy from NextGen IT. How will I, teach the class, man, if no one is interacting with me?
I think, sir, they are new to this session. That's why they are hesitating. You can continue with the, day one class. No worries for that. Okay. Yeah, you can
All
share
right,
your
man.
screen, what kind of,
Yeah,
opportunities or whatever the agenda we have planned. So continue accordingly, sir.
yeah, sure. Why not? All right. So, like I was talking about IDS, right? So it is for detecting. It means detection basically means to find something, to detect an anomaly. So it means just monitoring the traffic. Once you detect something, there is an alert like a good boy, and that's it. And then we have prevention system. Prevention means to stop something, right? So IDS only raises the alert that boss, something is wrong. We should do something. But IPS is like, boss, I found a suspicious packet, and you know what? I kicked it out. That's IPS for you. All right. So firewall is not IDS or IPS. They all are different. Firewall, it enforces the access rules, what can be accessed. It is a smart, like it works on context, it works on statefulness. IDS and IPS, they work on detecting and preventing an attack. They don't really care for what's inside the packet, right? So the initial packets where the attack is building, it is not happening. They will not be able to, do anything about that, right? But these days, IDS and IPS, they all got combined into what we call as NGFW. That is what we are here to study, right? NGFW. So let me also tell you all about our course here. Just give me a second for that. So here we are gonna, learn about two combined courses from Palo Alto, the PC and PC right? So the combined course is meant for those network security professionals who are looking to specialize in Palo Alto network solutions, right? So also for people, who are into development roles and now want to shift into network security and firewall management. The admins, the cloud admins who want to, transition into security focused roles. And it is also for the aspiring people like students and those who are here, after a layoff and are interested in pursuing careers in IT security and networking. After understanding how Palo Alto really works, a lot of jobs open. Let me just list a few for you, okay? Mm, I hope my screen is visible. I'm just gonna open a Blackboard. Right on. So, after doing this course with us, you can expect jobs as, cloud security engineer, IT security consultant, uh, threat intelligence, TI analyst, a firewall admin, right? A SOC person, SOC L3, a cybersecurity engineer, couple of domain roles, and the industries that have these roles are also wide. We have IT services and cloud security providers. We have banking and financial services, government and defense organizations, healthcare is also there, telecommunication is also there. Right. I believe, Sachin sir here can tell you more than I can, about this course, about, how this is gonna work. So Sachin sir, if you could give the students a little glimpse about what is gonna be the structure like. It would be great.
Yes. Obviously, we are covering Palo Alto PCNSA, PCNS E level, and somewhere we are covering the Panorama and the Global Protect content as well. And that will be obviously, the practical session. We are giving you the lab access also, so you don't need to worry about the practicing. We are sharing our server credential, username, ID, password, and you can do the configuration 24/7. And that is also the admin access, means you can create your own lab as well, or real-time based scenarios. You can, add in that topologies.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who is
Hello,
speaking?
Sachin. Yeah, the access of lab will be for how many month?
This course, live course, will be having 2 months duration maximum, but the lab access we are giving 2 months extra, means like 4 months duration we are giving, and every practical will be covered in that.
Like if this course is finished, then the lab that we won't we'll be having a lab, right? Access.
Hmm. Yes,
You will be
obviously.
having for 2 months.
Okay, so what about the like if when I'm going to finish my course, then how I'm going to access the lab for, like
Lab
from
ac-
my
lab
PC?
ac- lab access you will be having 4 month access. Live class duration is 2 months. Okay, so lab
Okay.
access you will be having 24/7 for 4 months, and you can do the practicing anytime. And even let's say that after the session also, after your 4 month also, if you need the lab access, you can again connect with the team that is having very affordable pricing, around 2000 rupees per month. Okay, so you can extend that.
Yeah, that's okay. But what about like if I have to, if I want to actually
Mm.
means run a topology in my like firewall topology in my PC, like
Yes,
like
we are helping for.
yeah, by downloading image or something like that.
Yes, we
If
are
we
helping in that way also. We are helping to set up your lab in your PC also. We are giving every kind of images and notes, PDF, everything we are giving. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, Deep sir, continue.
I will also show you the course curriculum just in case, okay, what we are gonna study here. So as you can see, we are gonna learn, first of all, the PEC NSA, in which you'll be understanding what is, Palo Alto Firewalls, what is NGFW, what different, firewalls come under Palo Alto. Then we'll be understanding what is NAT rules. So we'll be understanding SNAT, DNAT, couple of things. Then we will be understanding three important points here. All three are pretty important. App ID, content ID, and user ID. Okay, so I will be explaining to you what it all does actually, and then we will also understanding what is URL filtering and decryption. The decryption is one of the most important and most seeked out features of Palo Alto, by the way. Decryption literally means, how we have SSL and TLS, right, to encrypt. Palo Alto NGFW can literally decrypt the data that is coming in or outside, even if it is on SSL and TLS. And that is what is so great about, Palo Alto, right? And we will also understanding about ACC, about, how we can do packet capturing, how to connect it to syslog or different SIEMs, right? And how to do like some basic things also at the end, like what is administration points there, like RBAC, how to upgrade your system, how to backup, restore, simple things. Right. Once that is done, we will be moving on to PC NSE. Right. This is both courses, right? Sachin?
Yes.
Yeah. Then we will be doing PC NSE, in which, we will be actually understanding the advanced structure, which will begin with HA mainly, right? So HA is very important for us, active, passive, and active, right? We will be understanding both of them. Then we will be understanding, what is basically application groups, right? And that is one of the most important topics here. Then in the module 3, this is where the things become fun for us because we'll be learning about wildfire here. Wildfire is another seeked out, feature by the companies in case of Palo Alto, right? Then we'll be also understanding what is global protect, like sir already said. I will be also explaining to you what is VPN basics like site to site, tunnel, things like that. And again, we'll be understanding how can we, connect such type of, firewalls or such type of data to logs. We'll be also understanding what is SOAR in some sense. And again, some of the best practices we can do like pan over CLI commands. Okay, what is rule-based hygiening, how to tune the performances, and couple of things. We'll be also understanding link monitoring here. So in all, this course is meant to, make you a champion in Palo Alto such that you can easily, handle the job, right? Because let's be honest, you all are here because you are seeking a job or seeking some sort of growth. And this course will provide you that. Let me shift back to my browser. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Now we already talked about, what is IDS, IPS. So, there's one more term that exists. It is called UTM. Has anyone heard of the term UTM before? It was, very hype a couple of years back. Like the company has a UTM, my company has UTM. So it was a, status symbol also at that time. So it was unified threat management. So it combined everything. It was a concept initially. It combined VPN, web filtering, antivirus, IDS, IPS, Palo Alto, sorry, firewall, and everything into one box, right? But there is always a but. It did not really work at all. It failed. You know why it failed? The biggest reason was performance collapse. A lot of resource was being used. Resource was too much because you are running everything in just one box. A lot of heat is there, a lot of CPU memory usage is there, a lot of latency is there, right? So vendors used to say that we will do 10 Gbps firewall through output, but with IPS on, SSL inspection on, AV on, you will get maybe 1 to 2 Gbps if you're lucky, right? Let that sink in. So one box also meant there was a single point of failure, right? Because if the firewall, if it crashes, everything goes down. The internet will go down, VPN will go down, IPS will go down, firewall will go down, which means security and availability both will die together, which means the enterprise will die also, right? So this issue, if it was not big enough, there was another issue of scalability. UTMs were not exactly fond of being scalable, right? Because let's say I just want to scale the IPS. I cannot scale that. I can only buy another UTM. And then came, SSL and TLS. Unlike Palo Alto firewalls, the NGFWs, which provide us the decryption, UTM don't do that, right? So SSL and TLS, when they became too much, prevalent, it literally broke UTM, right? And UTM was, released in a time, in a year where the cloud was still in the, baby stage, right? So once cloud came, cloud killed UTM in a way because everyone wanted to move on to, cloud. Like we will do everything on cloud, not on premises. We may use hybrid, but we want cloud in our company. So the UTM is not available on cloud, right? So that was another reason. So all those reasons led to UTM dying, but even till day, it is used only in very small offices which have a lot of budget constraints, right? So what replaced UTM? Well, people went back to, different devices. People went back to NGFW, a firewall plus a IPS plus a WAF plus zero trust plus SASE. All right, specialized tools, each can be independently scaled. So people realize that pretty, soon enough, right? Now let's talk about market also. I believe before we understand Palo Alto in depth, we need to understand where does Palo Alto actually stand so that we can understand why Palo Alto is good for us or bad for us, right? Because every firewall, in theory, do packet filtering, state tracking, IPS inspection. So what makes Palo Alto special? Any idea, guys? Bimal?
I guess like other firewall, the Palo Alto can inspect till L4 means
No, no, it do L4, L5, L7. Yeah, it do
yes,
L4, L5, L7, all three, right?
yeah, like few of the firewall
Every
doesn't
firewall
actually.
do that. Every firewall
Okay.
do that actually. But why is Palo Alto special? Any ideas?
I think it's there in every organization and nowadays in the
But why
company.
will it be in every organization? Is it post policy that it will be everywhere? No, no, it is
Yeah.
not in post, right? Post don't say we
Yes.
should master Palo Alto.
Yeah.
Yet we
Yeah.
have it.
Uh,
So any ideas why?
uh, I think it's like it has more features than so no.
More and easy features actually. It is more
uh,
about the ease of access, right? Because
okay.
people they want easy things, right? Because once you hire someone, like let's say I have a company, okay? In my company, I am using Cisco FTD right now or Arista firewall, and I just moved on to Palo Alto, right? Now I want to move in a way that the current engineers that I have, they can be trained, and the training is easy, it is cheap, and I don't need to kick them, right? I don't need to hire new talent because that is a lengthy process, right? So Palo Alto, it is it has a lot of ease of access. That is what makes it, very perfect, very reliable choice for companies. Okay. So in
Actually,
a market, yeah, ask.
yeah, Deep, I have one question. As you have said that it's very easy and it has more features. Like
Hmm.
nowadays, everybody is talking about AI. So if is there any is there any is there anything that AI may get replace everything? Is it just a question?
Yeah, it is already replacing everything. It is added as a feature in every place actually. Like, instead of it replacing a firewall, it is being added as a feature in firewalls. It is added as a feature in everywhere. SAP also has AI now, right? Even Zoom has AI. But yet we are humans here talking, right? Not robots,
Yes, yes.
right, Bimal? I mean, I'm a human. I can assure you that. I don't know of others because not a lot of mics are opening, right? I cannot comment on that. They may be robots, right? So,
Okay.
yeah, I love to sarcasm, man. So we have many companies, like we have Cisco, of course, the giant. It is still a great giant. Then we have PA, Palo Alto. Then we have 40 Net. We have Juniper. We have Arista. We
Okay.
have Aruba. So I believe these are the, 6 or 7 major vendors. But why, go for Palo Alto or something else? Because, there is another company. It was called Checkpoint. This was the first company that actually made NGFW. Whatever features Palo Alto Firewall has, like app ID, content ID, right, all that. Checkpoint was the first company to bring NGFW concept. The credit always go to Checkpoint. But nowadays it is not used much. But why? Any ideas? Maybe read about it, when you're free. It is just, I believe that we should know why something went down or why something went up. Right.
Yeah, I've seen in my organization like a lot of our checkpoint is been replaced by Palo Alto nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's means we have seen that those checkpoint their hardware has some problems. They used to get restarted by itself. Means in my
Yeah.
organization, like yeah, like they used to
See,
get so
Checkpoint was the like Checkpoint technology. The R&D was great, but its UI, it is
yeah.
heavy. It is dated. It means it is not pretty updated. right? It is actually, I don't know when the
Yeah,
last update came, honestly, for checkpoint, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
Every time,
that is the major issue.
yeah, every time, whenever like the vendor, they always ask, they always give the solution to upgrade the checkpoint, but they never do. Then after that,
Yeah.
what finally what they did is they have replaced with Palo Alto, and now everything is okay.
Also, the problem with that is that there's a lot of the rule base is very big in case of checkpoint, right? Due to which it becomes heavy. Like the UI is already heavy, the updates are not as regular. On top of that, the rule base is also heavy now, which leads to a lot of latency, a lot of stress on the resources of the firewall itself, and that leads to a lot of restarts, like you have noticed, Mr. Bimal. Right. So that is the reason why it restarts pretty often, and that is also the reason behind its downfall. Okay. So going ahead now, um, what about other firewalls? Like, we have many firewalls, like we have Fortinet here, we have Cisco FTD. Cisco also FTD. It is actually pretty new, but I believe it will take over the market maybe in the next 10 years or 10 years or 15 years, but not anytime sooner. Because Cisco company, it basically works on contracts, long-term contracts. It is not coming anytime sooner to your companies. Okay, and by the way, we also have Juniper. Juniper is pretty bad. But it is still used due to compliances, I believe, or some contracts. It is bad because every Juniper firewall, every model they have, it has a different set of commands. There is no universal, command like command book, or a command set for Juniper, and that is why it is pretty bad. I believe that is what I feel. And then Fortinet is used these days, couple of areas, because Palo Alto is very expensive, right? The licensing is expensive. Palo can hurt, those companies that are new. That is why Fortinet is here. So Fortinet also has a share of market, and it dominates because it is cheap, easy to procure, fast to deploy, and that is it, right? So it is for cost sensitive organizations. Okay. So then there is Arista and Aruba. Arista and Aruba are, I haven't really seen it much. I've only seen it in couple of MNCs, and it is more of a thing that, I want to buy everything. It is basically used when the network stack is already, controlled, already there, and the organization just want to tighten the integration, right? It is not the default pick of any company, but they also hold some share. So we understand something here that the firewall market, even though they all have NGFWs, Palo Alto still shines because it's of its own R&D, because of its own, premium like feel, as well as its ease of access. Okay. So if someone asks me what is the best firewall, I always tell them the best firewall depends on your scale, skill set, and tolerance for financial pain. Right. Now, Palo Alto Firewall comes, in many different types. Okay. So let me just tell you what all Palo Alto offers us. So we have a thing called PA box. PA box basically means a physical Palo Alto firewall. Like, has anyone used a Palo Alto at their company before, guys? Anyone seen Palo Alto in their company?
No.
No. So PA has a lot of series. Let me just show it to you. Just a second. Let me open its website. Is my screen visible? So if we see here, there will be many solutions here, many products in the next generation firewall. in the hardware firewalls. Mm, one second. All right. So as you can see, these are the different, series that it has. So if you can see, it says PA 7500. It is their most recent series, right? If we go to the page number 6, maybe we will be seeing PA 220 here. So the 220 series is the first series that they have in NGFW, right? So basically, this series itself is pretty. As you can see, it has a lot of small ports here, right? Um, PA 220. As you can see, it is a pretty small firewall, right? It is meant for small scale companies, like not even small scale companies, more like departments of a small scale company. It is pretty cheap also. I believe it is like 25,000, 35,000, right? So this is used when like it is the basic firewall they have in companies these days. After 220, comes the PA 400 series, although they are not showing that. Then we have PA 800 series, right? Then we have the 1400 series also. It is mixed up, I believe. I can just search for that here, or maybe you can whenever the PA 1400 is here, right? And then the most recent one that I have actually worked on in my company was the um, PA 5400 series, I believe. Yeah, PA 4540, 5450. Okay. So these are for companies. These are very expensive firewalls. As you can see, uh, the features that it has, it's on a whole different level, right? App ID is 200 Gbps. Okay, it also has a feature of app mix, which we don't have typically, right? It has L7 in itself, right? It has different zones that we can, manage, right? App ID is there, user ID is there. It can decrypt. It can decrypt, maximum of 4,000 inbound certificates at a time, right? Couple of things are there. It has a lot of ports. The interfaces mean ports. Okay, so let me also, tell you about these ports, by the way, like what each port means. Mr. Bimal, since you have worked on firewall, as you were saying, you have seen checkpoint and all. Do you know the difference between these interfaces that we have?
I think like all this interface, like one of the interface will be for management, I guess, and the rest of the interface will be for the host. No, I was just actually I'm very new to firewall, so I'm just guessing.
Mm, so see, the thing is, first of all, we see these four ports here, right? So these are for the Ethernet. Okay. Where is my pen? So these four here, they are the Ethernet port, which means you will connect your devices or switches directly here. Okay. And then comes this port. This is basically for management port, which means any idea what is MGT and all? So once we connect this port now to our router, whatever we have, we will be able to, get a, you know, uh, IP address, like we can open the IP address of our firewall on the browser itself. So it gives us the web-based UI. It is for GUI access, actually, GUI console of our firewall. That is what MGMT is for, management port. And the below port, it is also management only, but it is for console-based management, which means it is CLI, right? So apart from providing the Ethernet port for us on the for the management, it also provides us the console port, which means we it is a micro USB port here for console. It also provides us the CLI only. Okay, we can connect it to our TV or whatever we have, or a PC laptop, and that's it. And then we have a USB port here as well, as you can see. This USB is for when you wanna copy the configs to a USB drive, or you wanna copy the configs from a USB drive into the firewall, right? So this is for that. Okay, so we have multi type of firewalls like these, right? We have some firewalls also have very specific ports here, sometimes for power, sometimes for stat, right? Sometimes for even a fiber optic port. Let me show you how a fiber optic port may look like. Yep, found some. Yeah, as you can see here. So you see these ports, the ports that are categorized as 2 and 3. So that is a 3200 series. So we even get the, uh, fiber ports now. So what are these fiber ports? They are called the SFP ports. Okay. So the SFP is basically when we can directly connect the, fiber optic, interface into the firewall. So we have these firewalls also these days. Um, Let me just clear the screen and show it to you again. Yeah, I'm talking about these ports, the one that are categorized as 2 and 3. These are the SFP ports. Also, we have sometimes HA ports. Mr. Bimal, do you know what is HA?
It's high availability means
Yes, high
like
availability. Yes, this is for high availability ports. Absolutely. By the way, hello, Mr. Ravi. How are you? Um, all right. Yeah. So going ahead, like I said, we have PA boxes. Apart from PA boxes, what other offerings do we have by Palo Alto? We have offering for PA VM also, which basically means the software only, the virtual firewall, right? So, I will be showing you PA VM pretty soon in the labs. Then we also have PA on the cloud. So I'm just saying PA CLD here. Do you know the name of Palo Alto on cloud? Anyone here? What do we call Palo Alto when it is connected to us on cloud?
Paranuma?
Yes, absolutely. It is called. No, no, not Panorama, dude.
Prisma or Strata?
Yes, it is Prisma. Panorama is a different thing. I will tell you, I was going to actually tell you what is Panorama. So Panorama is basically when we wanna, like, let's say I have 6 firewalls in my company, right? And they all are the same models from the same company. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to basically apply the same policies on each of one of them. I wanna update them in a manner that I don't need to update, each one individually. So what we do is they all are connected to ISP, right?
Yes, sir.
And then in front, no, not the ISP, a VPN actually, ISP based VPN, right? VPN which is based on ISP, and then it is connected to a panorama, right? Sorry, a Prisma. No, it is panorama only. See, Mr. Bimal, what have you done? You have made me forget my own things, right? And I worked on these things. So it is panorama only, right? Don't mind the spelling here. So this panorama, what it does is it basically allows us to manage these firewalls together. All right. So that is the use of panorama. We will be understanding panorama in our classes as well. There is no doubt about that. Right. So maybe you got confused between panorama and Prisma because panorama is also it can also be hosted on the cloud. We can host that easily. Right. We have a like Panorama is a different class altogether. For Panorama itself, we have VM, we have box for Panorama, right? We have Panorama on cloud. So it is not exactly a firewall, it is what we use to manage the firewall. Firewalls. Okay. Now, next ahead, I want to talk about our lab. Let me just show you the lab. Okay. One moment. Just like I have this access, even you will be having, such access. This is our lab on cloud. All right. So I will just so this is my folder, deep, and I'm just gonna make a new lab actually to show you how it is done. Right. So I will just call it test lab and done. So have you guys ever worked on EUNG before? Guys,
No, we haven't.
okay. So first of all, now we have many things here. So what I will do now, I will first of all add 2 virtual PCs here. Okay. So we are gonna make a very sim basic thing here. Right. And then I will add 2 switches. So this is the Cisco VIOS 2. We are going to add 2 switches. Okay, we are going to call them switch 1. Right, and then I'm going to add another node for the firewall. And then I'm also going to add internet here. All right. Um, which will be connected to the management port. All right. And that is it. We can now begin connecting that. So I've connected the management port. One moment. Mhm. Just want to add it again. Sachin, where is the internet available on Cloud One or Management Cloud? Sachin, NextGEN team. Sachin, can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Sachin, can you tell me something? Sachin? Okay, let me call him myself. Okay, so it is on the same port. I just wanted to confirm, because the lab belongs to them. I just wanted to know. We will just use management cloud here, like it was supposed to be. I just messed it up. Yeah. So we will be connecting it to management port of the Palo Alto, okay? Because we want the internet to be here. Right now, I am also gonna add some text here to make it easy for to basically tell you how I prefer to do it, right? So I believe that we should always um one moment. Where did that go? Yeah, we should always add IP here, right? So I'm just gonna give it. This is gonna be my trust area. So I'm just gonna add 10.0 point, sorry, 10.10.0 point, say 100, okay, as my IP address. We can also keep it 10.0.0.0 if we wanna add more area, okay. And I'm just gonna add a subnet here of 24. We are not actually adding anything. I just like to, basically um, keep everything noted so that there is no confusion. Right. By the way, since we have a note of network engineers here, can you tell me what does a slash 24 mean? Guys,
Uh,
what is
Subnet
the meaning of slash 24?
is
Subnet,
subnet.
exactly. Yes. And what does it mean?
Like we have it can give a host of 256.
Yes, 256 or 55?
Yeah, 255. Sorry.
254, 54, bro.
Oh, yeah, 50,
Those
54.
are
Sorry.
two are reserved IPs, right?
Yeah, one is for network, another for broadcast.
Network, what do you mean by network? I mean, one is the gateway IP and one is the broadcast, right?
Yes, yes.
And so if it is 100 and it is the switch is basically for our to basically represent a network layer for us, like a router, right? So what should be the IP of this? It should be point one or zero. Hmm?
Yes, Deep, you think?
What?
Hello.
What, Sachin? Hello? Hello? कौन
Yes,
बोल
you
रहा
saying
है? Yeah, who
something?
is speaking, man? No, nothing, Sachin, nothing. The
Okay.
issue is resolved. No, not an issue. Yeah. So as I was saying, Bimal, I was talking to you, right? So what do you think should be here, one or zero?
Uh, s- Means like the host address you're asking?
I'm just saying should be one or zero for the switch.
Should be, I think it should be one.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then this area actually is representing to us our trusted zone, right? And then we have this area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep it here and here. and I'm just gonna make another text here, and I'm just gonna give IP to them. So in here, I'm gonna add IP of 192.168.0.100, a typical IP address that we have in our PCs, right? Okay, and I'm also gonna connect this to this, right? And I'm gonna call it 1, right? And then I'm gonna simply just connect this to here, okay? And this thing to also here, right? So as you can see, we have added certain, IP addresses here, right? Um, One moment. Let me get rid of the noise. Okay. So this is connected to us. This is connected to us. Now what? Now we can just I'm just gonna copy this thing here, and I'm gonna call it untrusted zone. Uh, so this represents, our outside area, and this is the inside. This is the company's area, right? And now what we are gonna do is we can just, start the system. That's it. That's how it is done. So easy, right? And before we do that, we just need to, I just want to check something. Yeah, it is perfect. And I will just start it. And we need to, give it a little bit of time so that it all can begin. Let's just wait for a few seconds till it all runs. In the meanwhile, if anyone has any doubts, please let me know because the class we will be ended in, couple of minutes. This was the demo that I was gonna show you, right? Since there are not a lot of students here, we are not only gonna keep it till an hour. That is already done. So as we can see, our VPC, a virtual PC is already up, right? So we use a virtual PC. We can also use Windows here, not an issue with that. Since it is gonna be fast, that is why I opened the VPC. So we are gonna add a network layer here. We are just gonna say give to its IP address. Uh, it is 10.0.0. And then I will add the broadcast mask. And 0.1, 0.0.1. Okay, we also need to add IP before that. And now it is checking that, and the PC1 has been added. We can confirm that by saying show IP, right? So it shows us the IP now. Okay, done. This is done. Let's check the second one here, right? So in the second one, what we are gonna do is we are just gonna say IP 100.255.255.255.0, and then what is our mask? Our mask is 192.168.0.1 and done. And then I will just say show IP to me. And here it is, the IP is here. And then this is also done. Okay, now as for the Palo Alto, it is still loading. And the screen size is pretty small. I cannot do anything about that. I try to talk to team. If anyone has any questions, do let me know. Or anything that matters, this is the last stage, like another 2 or 4 minutes in the meeting, and then we are done.
Oh,
Anyone has any doubts?
no.
Vimal,
Yeah,
Ravi, Deep,
like
tell me.
like when you will be logging into management, do they have a two-phase authentication, or what type of authentication is there for
I'm not
logging
connected
to the
any notification right now. See, we are using management port to connect to the internet actually, right?
Yeah.
So that we can actually open up the IP of the firewall to see it on our screen. So the 2FA can be enabled. I have not enabled that.
Okay. But in the real world, is it like two phases can
Yeah,
be
2FA
enabled?
is pretty much used. Like we also use SE actually, SSO also sometimes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, 2FA is everywhere these days. Where is it not?
Like when you will be when you will be actually uh, when you will be actually installing firewall, like the firewall doesn't pass the traffic, right? It's just explicitly denied, right? So we have to make that those traffic pass, right?
Yes, so we will be doing that during the class. This is just the demo, right? Today. So that is it. Actually, we have overstayed. I have overstayed. It is still loading, right? So I'm just gonna show you how it typically looks like. Let me just log in here, admin and admin. Um, Sachin, can you see the issue?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Yeah, what is going on, Sachin?
So, what happened? Is there any
Why is
issue?
it saying that I need acknowledgement to log in?
Mhm.
The password is admin, right?
Yes, yes, admin.
See,
It's not taking.
you can see the screen, correct?
Mm-hmm. Palo Alto, can you try Palo Alto?
Login incorrect.
Firewall is getting started, so it will take some time.
Yeah, it will take some time.
So we have to wait
It
for.
already work actually. We already waited for 7 minutes, right? Maybe you're right.
So we have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is another issue with Palo. It
Mm.
do take some time. Although it is nothing like checkpoint. Checkpoint takes like sometimes a long, very long time.
So, today we are doing sum up for this session, sir.
Yeah, we are gonna sum up, yes, in a minute
Yeah.
actually.
So, okay, guys, I hope you like the session, and it was just kind of demo session, or day one. You can say we have explained the basics of firewall Palo Alto. So tomorrow, same time, we will connect again for the regular class. So if somebody is interested to enroll, they can connect with the admission team. and everything we are providing: live training recordings, and the lab access, handmade notes, mock interview rounds, job opportunities. Everything we are giving under one roof. So session was very informative, sir, today. So thank you.
Yeah,
We
I
can,
think I will, continue from tomorrow onward, right? Because it is going to take a little bit of time,
correct.
right?
Before the session tomorrow, you can switch it on live, so that it
Yeah,
will
sure.
not consume more time.
Yeah, perfect. Sure.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the time today, and let's connect tomorrow. Thank you, Deep sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day.